Hey, it's Colleen with Roper Resellers. I'm here for another weekly update of what I sold on eBay for the week of July 23rd through the 29th, 2018.
Okay, again, not much to talk about this week. Pepe Santiago. This is a little Oaxacan figure. You know them because they are brightly colored. Usually, if they're signed, they're worth more. They're all different kinds of artists. This is one of them. There's the signature on the bottom. It sold for $18. Someone, I can't remember. I think they asked me what was wrong with him because I said that it had a repair. His little tail had been glued back on. She asked me. So I just sent her an offer for $18 because I kind of wanted it out the door because I've had it for a few months. So I sent her an offer for $18 and she took it. So it sold for $18. I collected $22.10. It cost me $3 at an estate sale. I paid $6.63 for eBay fees, PayPal fees, and shipping combined for a total profit of $12.47, and it took 3 months to sell. Warriors books, these I had bought for my girls. They had zero interest in them. I usually only pay about a quarter. They weren't in, phenomenal shape, but I disclosed that. They sold for $9.99. I collected $13.67 and shipped it media mail. I spent about $1.50 on this, and I counted it because my girls just did not like these books, so I did pay for them. $5.63 in shipping and fees for a total profit of $6.54, and it took 2 days to sell. And the reason why this sold so quick was there were 6 of them, which is the total number of the set. This is Sony Discman. D141, obviously not a really desirable one, but if I get them cheap enough and they work, then it's quick, easy money usually. $12.50 is what it sold for. I collected $16.16. I paid $1 for this at a thrift store at Dollar Days. $6.15 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $9.01, and it took 3 months to sell. Next, I have a Talbots women's dress. This was actually really cute. I think if it had fit me, I probably would have kept it, but I knew it was going to be popular because the sell-through rate was pretty good on it. And I was careful not to ask too much. I think there was a stain. Yeah, there was a stain on the inside, probably a makeup stain of some sort. I tried to get out, but it didn't come out. Anyway, it sold for $17.50. I collected $21.60. Cost me $1 through the consignment store bag that I get. I work with a consignment store and get a big bag of clothes that I take to Goodwill for them, but I go through it first. So I usually pick out about 10 things. It cost me $1 an item. $7.01 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $13.59, and it took a month to sell. Vintage, oh my gosh, I've had this so long. So this is an ice bucket, super cute, but I mean, how many people need ice buckets? And I loved ice buckets for a while, and they did really well in my antique booth, but they have not been good sellers for me on eBay. So this sold for $17.99, full price. I didn't have any sales this week. $34.06 for is what I collected, so it's quite a bit to ship it. $1.50 is what I paid for it at a thrift store. $20 in shipping and fees for a total profit of $12.56, and it took 2.5 years to sell. So I do not buy ice buckets anymore, even though I think they're wicked cool. This was a ginormous tent. My son is 6'2", and he's standing inside of this, and he's not hitting his head. So this is a big family tent. It's got an interior 2-room tent. Anyway, I picked this up at a garage sale. I figured it was going to be a good sell because it's Kelty, which is a good brand. $124.99 is what it sold for. $168.81 is what I collected. It's going to cost a lot because it's got to go FedEx, and it's very, very heavy. $10 is what I paid for it at the garage sale. $64.47 in shipping and fees for a total profit of $94.34, and it took 3 weeks to sell. Some guy asked me from Tel Aviv if I could take it out of the global shipping, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. The global shipping's there for our protection. So actually, I didn't even write him back, and then it sold the next day. May River Golf Club. I don't know where this is. I'm sure someone who's watching could tell me, but you don't have to know where it is. Oh, it's in South Carolina. I put it right in the title. Anyway, baseball hat that came in the consignment store bag, and it sold for $9.99, and it had free shipping. Paid $1 for it, $4.29 for shipping and fees for a total profit of $4.70, and it took 4 months to sell. And the last thing was an auction. It's a Starbucks mug that I've had forever. You can tell because if you look here, I still have a watermark, which I don't use at all anymore. I figure if someone really wants my photos, they can use them. They're going to have to deal with the customer when it doesn't look like what you had in the picture. Anyway, it sold for $6.49. There were actually 2 bids. I had 10 things at auction, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. 10 things at auction, and only 1 of them sold. This is the thing that sold. Sold for $6.49. $14.64 is what I collected. It cost me 69 cents back in the day when they used to have affordable things at Goodwill. $9.97 in shipping and fees for a total profit of $3.98, and it took 4 years plus the 7-day auction. Looking at the numbers, $217.45 is what everything sold for. $301.03 is what I collected. I spent $19.69 on everything. $124.15 in shipping and fees, the biggest one being that tent. Costs like $40-something to ship it. $157.19 is what I made this week on eBay. Amazon merch, also not doing super great. 5 shirts, 1 pop socket, but 1 return on a t-shirt. So my profit there is $22.28. For total profit of the week, $179.47.
So another grim week. I am trying to run auctions. I'm trying to do 10 of my old stock, and I have plenty of old stock to pull from. Every week, I'm holding back on some of the things like Halloween and Christmas until a little bit later, till it gets a little bit closer to that time when it would be a better sell. For the most part, it's been a disaster. My only hope is that maybe it's bringing some traffic to my stuff because even though I didn't list anything last week, I don't think I listed very much at all. Maybe 3 things, which is horrible for me. I usually shoot for 20 to 25 things, but it's been like that all summer. I still sold 8 things, so things are still selling. I'm still trying to touch some of my listings, just going through because a lot of my older stuff doesn't have item specifics, and then seeing which listings had photos drop out during that glitch and trying to upload those. I'm a photo hoarder, so I still have all of those photos on my computer, and so it's not too hard to upload those right now. So anyway, I'm just trying to do little things that don't take a ton of time, like listing and photographs, and enjoying the last few days of summer with my family and trying to do things at home. And also, I'm trying to also do more things on Amazon, get more designs up, create space journals, which is a new venture I'm trying. Macari and Posh have been just horrible for me, so I've not put any effort into clothing or anything. I've had a couple of estate sales that I've gone to lately and have been able to find things that I love selling, so hopefully that'll motivate me. But I really am focusing on getting rid of older listings. Pete from Craigslist Hunter was talking about how fast he turns stuff over, and I was just amazed. And he gets tons of money for stuff, and he's crushing it. So, not that I'm going to be able to sell everything within 6 months, but I'm shooting for the eBay recommendation of not having stale merchandise, which they consider after 16 months. So I'm trying to get it so that I don't have anything older than 16 months in my store. We'll see if that works. I'll keep you posted. So far, like I said, I think the auctions are bringing traffic, and so that's my tip to you: is just keep tweaking things, keep touching things, keep motivated, find things that you enjoy listing, and we've only got a couple more weeks of summer, and then things should pick up. And definitely back to school stuff is going to start to pick up really soon, because I know some of the schools go back to start in the beginning of August. So list kids' clothes, list backpacks, all that stuff, and then yeah, we'll be ready for Q4. So with that, I'd like to wish you guys a happy and prosperous week. we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week.